And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with the Game Boy Geek.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we are going to be using our brains to try to spit out answers to easy questions that you know the answers to. It's not your basic trivia game, so don't shut this off now. We're talking about Spit It Out. We're in this game, it's got a twist where you're trying to, on your turn, answer some questions, but you're trying to give the wrong answer in the spirit of the question, and sometimes you'll have to give the right answer and your brain just does flip-flops thinking of this thing, and you're gonna laugh at yourself and laugh at other people. Let's check it out. I'll show you. The components are pretty simple for Spit It Out. You've got 2 green dice, you've got a 30-second timer, you've got a draw deck which has a bunch of cards in it, and you have a score sheet. Now the draw deck has 600 different questions and they're double-sided. So 300 cards, 600 total questions in the draw deck. So on the spitter's turn, who is the one who is going to be answering the questions, they roll these dice. We have 3 and 4. What this means is that every question, always, by default, has to be answered wrong or incorrect, but in the spirit of the card. The 3 and the 4 says the third and the fourth question, there's all going to be 6 of them for everybody, one at a time. The third and the fourth one you have to answer right. So the player to your left draws 6 cards, flips over the timer, and let's see how this goes. So only questions 3 and 4 am I supposed to get right. So he would flip this over. Name a professional athlete known for playing basketball. Wade Boggs. Name a book that was made into a movie. To Kill a Mockingbird? Let's see. What falls from clouds? Rain, because it's got to be right. It's the third card. 4. What does a magician pull out of his hat? A rabbit, because it's got to be right. Name a river or lake in the United States. Lake Kilimanjaro. And name 5 letters that are vowels. B, C, D, F, G, H. There we go. Oh, time ran out. I cheated. I wouldn't have gotten this one. So I would have gotten 5 points there. And I would have wrote my name here and given myself 5 points for the first round. And then the player to the left would be the now spitter. Now the ones that I answered, again, all of them have to be wrong. And I named a professional athlete for playing basketball. I said Wade Boggs because he's a baseball player, and that's incorrect. But it's right because it's still in the form of a sports player. Name the 5 letters of vowels. This is actually the last one. So I had to do this incorrectly, so I named 5 consonants that were not vowels to get this one correct. What does magic pull out of his hat? That was one of the ones I had to get correct. That obviously was a rabbit. Falls from clouds I had to get correct. That was rain. Name a book that was made in a movie. To Kill a Mockingbird. I don't even know if I get this one right, actually. Maybe I got it wrong. You can tell me in the comments. Name a river or lake in the United States. I just made up Lake Kilimanjaro. Who knows? Maybe there is one, but probably not. So let's take a look one more time. Okay, let's try this one more time. This time I'll flip the cards over, and it's going to be the blue side. Still 6 cards. When you roll the dice, if it's the same number, only that number, 3, has to be correct. But if you roll 2 different numbers, okay, the 1st and the 6th has to be correct. And let's go here. When somebody else would be reading this to me, what's another word for foolish? Serious. How many fingers and toes do you have? 100. Name a food that is served on a... Oh, I screwed up. Another word for food. Oh, man. Name a food that's served on a bun. Let's see. Steak. What are the knights called in the Star Wars movies? Gosh, I don't even know that one. Kill me. What date is the American Independence Day? This is January 1st. I ran out. Wow, you can see how terrible I did at this. I get this one right here because Independence Day was not January 1st. I got that right. Knights, I don't even know what the knights are called, so kill me. I'm not a Star Wars nerd. Name a food that is served on a bun. Steak, I guess, yeah, that's probably good. How many fingers until you have? I said 100. That was correct. Another word for foolish. I forgot to give the correct answer. I said serious because I thought I was supposed to do it backwards. There's a complete example of me screwing up and not getting a point, and people would laugh at me. And that's pretty much how you play Spit It Out. Now you would play a number of rounds so that every person gets 2 chances to be the spitter, and at the end of the game, whoever has the most points is the winner. All right, I tend to like good party games, and I like this one as well. Spit It Out is very funny. It's a lot of fun. It plays up to 8 players. Comes with 600 questions, so 300 cards. They're double-sided. It's going to take you a long time to get through this box. It was a lot of fun. So the experience of this game is not just you, because obviously when it's your turn, everyone's watching you, right? And so you roll the dice and you answer the 6 questions, and it's fun enough for you to try to figure them out. And the questions are worded in such a way that they foster that brain being confused, if you will, because the questions aren't just like what color is the sky. The question are like those double negative or negative questions where don't or not or aren't, and you have those things that are negative and you're supposed to give a wrong answer, and having that just throws your brain for a loop. And you just, I mean, it really, the Spit It Out name really is a good name for this game, because you're trying to spit it out and your brain's trying to process, and it's kind of funny in that regard. And now you're playing one player at a time. So when somebody's asking a question to you and everyone else is just watching, and some people might think, well, that must be odd because there's a lot of downtime. But the cool thing about this game is actually it's almost as fun, if not more fun, waiting for your turn, watching the other person struggle and laughing at them. So that's kind of fun. Now also, sometimes actually it's hard to even tell for the person that's asking the question, sometimes it's even hard to say whether they got it right or not, because you have to kind of process it and say, oh, did he get that right? And sometimes you have to figure it out after the timer stops. But all in all, it's a fun game. It's a lot of laughs. You want to have a party and have some people laughing at each other and Googling it. People can't spit it out. This is a good one. It's similar to another game that I reviewed last year that I really loved, called Think Again, where again you're bringing a card, you're giving an answer, and you're telling people whether it's going to be the right answer or the wrong answer based upon what they see next, red or green, for example. And this one's different in the fact that it's more of a speed game where everybody is getting the same question, and the first person to answer it correctly, either right or wrong, gets it. So they are quite similar. I will say that some people don't like the speed element as much. So those people, if you don't like speed games, you're going to like Spit It Out better. If you like speed things, then maybe you want to check out Think Again as well. Sometimes people don't like having that stage fright of being in front of everybody and having all the pressure on them. Then maybe they'll like Think Again better. But again, if you don't like speed elements and you just want to have your turn and be able to do what you say, then Spit It Out is probably better. They're both excellent, and because they're so different, I'm probably going to keep both of them. But Spit It Out is a great game. It's fun. It's a good party game. It will definitely make you laugh. I'm going to check this one out.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching the Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.